Yes, we did.
We got some vitamin D. That makes us feel happy. Are we feeling happy?
Yeah.
Same. Did you get a nap?
No.
Good. I hope you had a good one for me. I didn't get a nap. Thank goodness. Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Roberta Lea. I'm coming all the way from Norfolk, Virginia. Thank you, Cayamo, for having me, and thank you all for coming out to this set. I usually start my set off with this particular song because it celebrates the place that I get to call home, but it also celebrates being a part of something very special. That's kind of what the metaphor is when it comes to this song. And so, being a part of Cayamo is clearly something special. Can I get it? Especially after last night, I was on such a high. It was great. It was beautiful. And so someone said, do it again. Well, I guess we are going to have to do that. Keep your eye on the schedule. So I'm going to dedicate this song to being out here in this space with y'all, to being on Cayamo, to being in the tide. This is Somewhere in the Tide. I forget about this thing. These little contraptions they have. I'm an independent artist. I'm not fancy just yet. Okay, there we go. Thank you. I'm like, I press that button. Okay. All the colors in the valley, rushing sand and over sky, an exhibition in a gallery that is massive and divine. We are tall and we are rooted like the Appalachian trees, but as the river we are powered by the pull of mighty seas. The waves are being lifted and the sand is being sifted for a treasure that is waiting to be found. If dreams are somewhere in the distance, love is somewhere within reach. Someday will be the lesson that somebody else will teach. And if there's someone on the mountaintop, somehow we'll make the climb. If there's something in the water, then I'm somewhere in the tide. Every footprint on the shoreline is a story to be heard. All the grain and all the gravel could account for every word. In a land that is for lovers, there is room for every kind, every voice, every heart, every soul and every mind. The waves are being lifted and the sand is being sifted for a treasure that is waiting to be found. If dreams are somewhere in the distance, love is somewhere within reach. Someday will be the lesson that somebody else will teach. And if there's someone on the mountaintop, somehow we'll make the climb. If there's something in the water, then I'm somewhere in the tide. What is happening? Can you feel the gravity? A rising tide is lifting all the boats. If dreams are somewhere in the distance, love is somewhere within reach. Someday will be the lesson that somebody else will teach. And If there's someone on the mountaintop, somehow we'll make the climb. If there's something in the water, then I'm somewhere in the tide. Some of you may have a set list out there. If anyone could put that, yeah, there's a little set list floating around. If you didn't get one here, there's some at the merch table and they're free. But I have a confession to make. I have rearranged this set list. I'm sorry. But no doubt, I have performed all of those songs at some point during this festival, just not in that particular order or on a particular day. So just to be fair, just put that out there. And I rearranged this set list for a number of reasons. We have some special guests joining us today, so I'm excited for that. Number 2, we have a new song. Yes, we have a new song, and so I had to change and rearrange to make sure we could make that happen. So I just wanted to let you know so you don't feel like you got cheated out of the set list tonight, okay? But I'm dedicating tonight's show to the ladies. Dedicated to the ladies. It is Women's History Month. Last month was Black History Month, so my set list was very black. This month is Women's History Month, so it's going to be very feminine. How about that? Now, fellas, don't you worry, because I am working on my next project, and I am very excited to speak to the king-size men in this place. So I want you to know that something for you is coming for sure. But, you know, it's ladies' night tonight. So, in honor of Ladies' Nights, we're going to get this party started off right. And if you know this one, feel free to sing along. This is my title track to my debut album, This Is Too Much of a Woman. Too loud, too strong, too much attitude. I better learn how to play along before your ego ends up bruised. I'm sorry to tell you, brother, I'm not living for your comfort. Go crying to your mother. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. If I'm too much of a woman, you can kindly step aside. A true king can handle me. He's got what it takes inside. Well, I hate to disappoint you. By now you should understand. If I'm too much of a woman, boy, you're too little of a man. If I'm too much of a woman, if I'm too much of a woman, too big or too small, we can never measure up. The lips, the eyes, the hips, the thighs, I'm tired of all of your nipping and tuck. You keep me in the cage, but you don't like to hear me roar. Well, it's time to break the silence. I can't take it no more. If I'm too much of a woman, you can't kindly step aside. A true king can handle me. He's got what it takes inside. Well, I hate to disappoint you. By now you should understand. If I'm too much of a woman, you're too little of a man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If I'm too much of a woman, trying to appease you, have me out of my mind. I won't let it happen this time. If I'm too much of a woman, you can't kindly step aside. A true king can handle me. He's got what it takes inside. Well, I hate to disappoint you. By now you should understand. If I'm too much of a woman, oh, if I'm too much of a woman, baby, if I'm too much of a woman, boy, you're too little of a man. Very intentional
about not making any particular eye contact when I sing that song. I don't know who to look at. I don't, if you're a true king, that, I just maneuver that as best as I can. Lock eyes with my sisters out there. This next one came along. It was very tongue-in-cheek. I had one of those songs I didn't have much of an intention to do with. I was listening to country music radio because I found myself as a country music folk artist, and I didn't grow up listening to country music. So I said, okay, well, let me dive into this space and figure my life out. And so I'm on a road trip, and I'm listening to Top Billboard, and I just put on the radio, and I hear the first song come on, and it's, beer truck bar breakup. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I figured as much. So the next one comes on the playlist, song comes on the playlist, and beer truck bar breakup. I'm like, okay, true, gotcha. By the fifth song, I was like, okay, let me just take a wild guess. This song is about a beer truck bar breakup. And of course, that's an oversimplification. I think for the most part, we could probably throw just about every genre recently under the bus when it comes to the overused themes. But I started to think to myself, I'm like, man, okay, so I'm diving into country music. They say it's supposed to be 3 chords in the truth. I'm like, everybody's truth can't be the exact same. There's no way that that's possible. And I thought about my truth. Black girl from Virginia, born in Japan. My dad was in the army, so I was born over there, not some small town, but in Japan. And I met my husband not in a bar, but in Cambodia. And so I'm putting all these pieces together, and I'm like, well, I want to tell my 3 chords and my truth, but when I listen to country music radio, I'm like, I don't know what to do. And so this song kind of came out of that space. This is called Small Town Boy. And it's just a little tongue-in-cheek response about not wanting to be placed in that Nashville box, so to speak. So this is Small Town Boy. Let me guess, you were at the bar with your boys, taking shots and making noise just to get the girl to notice. Let me guess, you will take her home in your new truck. Try your hand and push your luck on a love already hopeless. That day you told me that I know where to find you if I'm ever lonely. But here's the truth, I've been making friends in Dublin, in a castle by a stream. I put my roots down in Yokosuka, where I learned some Japanese. And I've been living life in Lagos and soaking up the sun in St. Croix. I will gladly take the rest of the world. You can have your small town boy. Let me guess, you're underneath the neon lights, and she's holding you too tight, like your hand around that bottle. Let me guess, you're on the porch in your Levi jeans on the day she ups and leaves you, and a dog in her Silverado. That day you told me that I know where to find you if I'm ever lonely. But here's the truth, I've been making friends on Cayamo. I put my roots down in Yokosuka, where I learned some Japanese. And I'll be living life in Lagos and soaking up the sun in St. Croix. That's right, I will gladly take the rest of the world. You can have your small town boy.
And I bet you're at your mom's house to deny how much you blew it. She's telling you how good you had it, and it's a shame you never knew it. And then you'll go to church on Sunday, ugly crying to the Savior, while I'll be finding God in the hearts of my global neighbors. And I'll be making friends in Dublin, in a castle by a stream. Put my roots down in Yokosuka, where I learned some Japanese. And I'll be living life in Lagos and soaking up the sun in St. Croix. And I'll be chatting in a cafe in Cambodia, shopping sprees in South Korea, where I'll fall in love with a man who understands me, comforts me, and brings me joy. I will gladly take the rest of the world. You can have your small town, boy. You can have your small town, boy. Let me guess, you've been staring at your phone, contemplating how to reach me, 'cause that number doesn't work anymore. Let it be known that this is not a dig towards small towns. I absolutely love small towns, if I'm being honest, right? But you get the metaphors. It's all, we're artists in here. It's all fancy. Y'all ready for some new ones? Yeah. I'm very excited. Okay, so some of this is not recorded. It hasn't been recorded. It hasn't been released.
Thank you.
Some of it was written this week. Okay, so this first one I'm going to do for you all is called Mistakes, written by myself. And I do apologize if I mispronounce any names, because I don't know if autocorrect, you know how that happens. Okay, so but written by Ken Goldberg, Luis Greenfield, Joanne Huntley, Ainsley Nixon, James Laurenton, Gail Bittenbender, Mr. Crawford or Mrs. Crawford, Heather Arnold, Donna Eckloff, okay, Susan Berry, Mikey Mitchell, Michelle Hennef, Terry Brinson, Ann Sutherlong, and Ron Goad, and the rest of our incredible Cayamo friends. So you guys make my wonderful husband/manager has a few copies. So if you were here at our Sound Mind experience and you would like a copy of the song that you participated in, just raise your hand and let him know. He will be glad to drop off the lyrics. So earlier this week, here in this room, we wrote this song. Okay, we wrote this song. Just making sure. Okay. When I have the opportunity to show my wonderful friends here how songwriting is very beneficial for mental health, right? Very beneficial for being able to express yourself. When it comes to constantly absorbing different experiences that we have and the need to simply pour them out. In the same way that precipitation happens, the atmosphere absorbs all of this water through evaporation, and when the clouds start to get heavy enough, it has to pour out. And a lot of times when we have experiences in life that can be dramatic, traumatic, or sad or exciting, we absorb those experiences and we need a outlet to pour those experiences out. And so songwriting is that outlet for me. And we were able to take our shared experiences and pour out into this lovely song. So if you were at that program earlier this week, give yourselves a round of applause. Okay, so I finished the song this morning. So we're gonna give it a shot, see how it goes, but there's a little hook that's very easy. Did you need one?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. But I see a hand over here. Do you need one over here, friend? Okay, I don't know if he saw you. Oh, he's working. He's coming. He's coming around. He's coming around. Okay, we got you, Richard. We got you. So we wrote this song, and I finished it this morning. It's not necessarily perfect, but I think it was a very well done job of encompassing all of the experiences that we put to the floor that day. We had a little easel up when we wrote our lyrics down, and we had a really good time. And so this song is called Mistakes, and it's just about how sometimes when we reach out for help from those who we think we can lean on, and they look down on us for our weaknesses, they look down on us for the mistakes that we made. And it's kind of like, okay, well, don't act like you're not human. I know you haven't gotten this figured out either. So this is Mistakes. The lyrics are coming around, but we have the time to stick to, so we're gonna get started.
There you go, using words to put me down and keep me low. I was hoping you would lead me to the gold at the end of the rainbow, but instead you hit me with a storm. There it is, how you truly feel about me, just admit it. Seems like you've always had to doubt me, had to give me your finger in your judgment and betray me with a kiss you couldn't form. I call for help, you arrest me, had to learn, but you test me and you act as though you've got it figured out. Like you never make mistakes. Who made you the expert in my life, my day-to-day? You push me, now I'm falling and I'm closing up inside. You cut me like a knife and now a part of me has died. Now a part of me has died. I'm the gift you never knew you had. You wouldn't give me grace. You burned me like a geyser just when I fell out of place. You made me walk a tightrope without a safety net. All the hell you put me through, damn sure heaven won't forget. Oh why, oh why, oh why? But I survive, 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 survive. Here we are, little pieces in our fabric torn apart. You took the matches and you set fire to my heart. This was destined from the start. Your position on that high horse made you mad. I call for help, you arrest me, had to learn, but you test me and you act as though you've got it figured out. Like you never make mistakes. Who made you the expert in my life, my day-to-day? You push me, now I'm falling and I'm closing up inside. You cut me like a knife and now a part of me has died. Now a part of me has died. I'm the gift you never knew you had. You wouldn't give me grace. You burned me like a geyser just when I fell out of place. You made me walk a tightrope without a safety net. All this hell you put me through, damn sure heaven won't forget. Oh why, oh why, oh why? I see my friends singing along. Hey, I survive, 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 survive. I call for help, you arrest me, had to learn,
But you test me, ask a question, now you're fuming. Don't you know I'm just a human who needs grace, who needs guidance? Neither one have you provided, and I'm sure that you received a perfect score. What do y'all think? Give yourselves a round of applause. That was a lot of fun, and I thank you. I'm grateful to all of you who were able to join me for that session. I get to do that with kids, actually. I use the Sound Mind program. It's called the Vibe Check. It's a little more, more pertained for the babies, but I use that program for the kids, and I'm just glad that you guys found value in that too. Thank you. Thank you. You did it. I was so nervous because I never play a song fresh off the pen. The ink is still drying from finishing it this morning, and so I was a little nervous about that, but we got through it. Well, this next song is dedicated to all the aunties, all the big sisters, all the mentors in this space. This song was inspired by a woman. She was about 10 years my senior. She was about 10, 12 years older than me. And when I was going to college and getting started with life, she was really a guide for me. I could go to her house and talk to her about my studies, digging into those books and what I was going to do for college. I could go to her house and talk about budgeting because I was learning how to make money and learning how to use it. I'll go to her house and talk about boys. And she made a safe space for me. This is kind of the opposite side, the other side of the coin to our song Mistakes, right? Where you try to seek guidance and someone looks down on you for not having it all together. And this was a space where I could be completely, I didn't have it all together. I was coming in with pieces, and she helped me put it together. And that's what we should do when we lean on one another. And so one of the things we would do all the time when I was at her house is we would play Spades. Do we have any Spades players in the room? Okay, good. We'll play some games. Game players. Anyone who's competitive. This is great. And we would play Spades till like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. One time I heard the birds chirping. I was like, I got class. So, and I decided to take the wisdom that she imparted into me and write a song using spades as the metaphor for the life lessons that she gave me. And there's a phrase in the song that says, choose your partner wisely. And no matter what, whether it be romantically, whether it's friendships, whether it's business partnerships, you have to choose wisely. You know, you only get so many cards in your hand, and you'll only have so many options to win. The books that you place a bet, you place your bet and you only have so many chances to win. So you have to choose wisely, you have to play wisely. So this is Spades.
She said, sit down here at the table, I'ma deal you a hand. Break the new deck and cut the shuffle, make the cards fall where they land. Organize your suits in order to play them the best way you can. Now it's time to count the books so that we can place a bet. Taking chances like romance, and you've got time for a few regrets. I hope the odds are in your favor, 'cause a good hand is really hard to get. And don't forget, she said, choose your partner wisely. Watch the way they play, pay attention. Did I mention, don't renege on what you say. Just be in it to win it. Play smart and communicate. Yeah, she said, choose your partner wisely. Look them in the eye. Gotta trust them, don't you cut them. They'll be taken by surprise. Just be in it to win it. 'Cause when you play for life. Don't be afraid to set your standards. Gonna play your highest book. You're an ace, a triple threat. You got the spirit and the looks, and they may be intimidating, but darling, don't you let them off the hook. You're royal, don't hold back, and don't be afraid to show your crown. 'Cause only kings and only queens are good enough to stick around. Keep a few tricks up your sleeve. Yeah, believe me, a deuce will always hold you down. Don't mess around. And she said, choose your partner wisely. Watch the way they play. Pay attention, did I mention? Don't renege on what you say. Just be in it to win it. Play smart and communicate. Yeah, she said, choose your partner wisely. Look them in the eye. Gotta trust them, don't you cut them. They'll be taken by surprise. Just be in it to win it. 'Cause when you play for life. Bring something to the table and know that you are able to do your best and play your highest card. Eventually they'll play what's in their hearts. She said, choose your partner wisely. Choose your partner wisely. She said, choose your partner wisely. Watch the way they play. Pay attention, did I mention? Don't renege on what you say. Just be in it to win it. Play smart and communicate. Yeah, she said, choose your partner wisely. Look them in the eye. Gotta trust them, don't you cut them. They'll be taken by surprise. Just be in it to win it. 'Cause when you play for life. Just be in it to win it. 'Cause when you play for life.
So that song was inspired by a big sister, a mentor, someone who positions herself in my life to be an example and a friend. And so now I would like to introduce another sister of mine, another friend to the stage. You guys, please welcome up to the stage Julie Williams.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. I love listening to this song backstage of, the people in our lives that have taught us things and have made us into better people, and you are definitely one of those people for me.
Oh man, I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for our friendship. I'm grateful for the community and the space that we've created. So, I brought Julie up here because she has a new song. I have a new song. And I have been, when I heard you playing it on social media, on Instagram, it really just spoke to me. And I thought that was very interesting. So I'll give them a little setup here. So her new song is called Stupid Girl, right? And my new song is called Girl Gone Missing. And what's our age difference? How?
I'm gonna be 28 in 3 weeks.
Okay, so we're 10 years apart. Yeah. I'll be 40 next year. I don't think I've ever asked what your age is. It's never mattered.
Too busy having fun.
We've been too busy having fun. And so that's actually about the same gap that my friend that I wrote Spades about, she was, a mom and married and had kids and all that kind of stuff, and she was just a reference for me. And so I thought that listening to her song and lyrics is very interesting, because your song is about having the time of your life as a young girl, and all of that contributing to the woman that you're becoming. Yeah. Which is a phase, and this is ladies' night. So that's a phase that we go through. That is a passage that we go through. And my song "Girl Gone Missing" is about how I have become a woman and I have gotten wisdom, but now all of the wisdom and honestly some of the fear has started to inhibit me in being that bold, crazy girl that I used to be. I was like, it was interesting. It was two completely separate conversations back to back, one day after another. One conversation I had, it was a brunch with some ladies, and we were chit-chatting, and the lady who was heading up the brunch, she said, "Man, I have all these dreams and ideas, but like I feel like I don't know where that girl went that was bold enough to just do it, was bold enough to just try." And all the while I had "Girl Gone Missing" in my notes, but it was just the phrase. That's it. All I had in my notes for the idea was "Girl Gone Missing," and that was it. And I was like, right? You leave it. And then this conversation, how she's like, "I don't know where my boldness went. I don't know where that came from." That was on a Saturday. On a Sunday, I met a completely different woman, no relation, nothing. And she was talking to me about how she's healing from her trauma and past child abuse. And she mentioned, she says, "I remember," she was a black woman, she had dreads and tattoos. She was like, "I remember I was young, I used to love rock and roll and like skateboarding, and like I would do all these crazy things." So she's like, "I don't know what happened to that girl." And so after those two conversations, I knew that I had to finish "Girl Gone Missing." And so I just feel like our two stories, there's like a path that crosses over. I got goosebumps right now. There's like an intersection that happens, and I just think that is so special. So that's why I wanted you to come and join me. So we're gonna do "Stupid Girl." Perfect. Let's do it. And I remember it from the other day on D.
D, then we'll go to E minor, F sharp minor.
Yep.
G A.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Let's rock.
Let's do it. Okay. Let's do it. Checking my money maker on the bar, batting eyelashes for free. Tequila, found a weed pen in the bathroom stall. My boy of the week, trying to meet up. Don't know how I made it home, don't know how I made it here. All I know is I wouldn't trade those nights, even after all these years. Oh, the stupid girl I've been has made me a smart woman. Oh, the stupid girl I've been has made me a smart feeling like a stupid girl after those rum punches on the beach today, honestly. Sarah could talk us into any club. Jordan kept a flask hidden in her bra. Jenna had a pack of American Spear, and we burned them down all night long. Don't know how we made it home, don't know how we made it here. All I know is these girls will kill for me, even after all these years. Oh, the stupid girl I've been has made me a smart woman. Oh, the stupid girl I've been has made me a smart woman. Oh, someday I'll be somebody's wife, someday I'll be somebody's mama, and maybe I'll let her out once in a while. Till then I'll be whoever I wanna. Oh, the stupid girl I've been has made me a smart woman. Oh, the stupid girl I've been has made me a smart small woman.
I'm hearing this for the first time in real time.
Yeah.
Let's sing it.
Let's do it. Okay. So there's a little part that you can sing along with. It's very easy. The line goes, "Can you hear her crying?"
Can you hear her crying? Can you hear her crying?
So when the line goes, I'm thinking of Stupid Girl. I can't think of my song. Well, it's when you hear the title, "Girl Gone Missing." My chord's gone missing. Okay. Girl gone missing.
Can you hear her crying?
Missing. Can y'all try that?
Can you hear her crying? Girl gone missing. Can you hear her crying? Girl gone missing. Can you hear her crying? She had curly hair and a twinkle in her eye, born with angel wings, 'cause the limit is the sky. She was last seen standing on a mountain top, but the world let her down, and that's when she started to fall. I've been looking for her ever since. I can't explain it, I don't know where she went, but I can hear her cry if I care enough to listen. For the girl gone missing.
Sure.
Can you hear her crying? She had a hot fire ready to take the world. The biggest dreams and desires wrapped up in that little girl. But she shed a few tears, fought a few fears that came around and hijacked her mind. Life a decoy, robbed her of joy, then she got left behind. I've been looking for her ever since. I can't explain it, I don't know where she went, but I can hear her cry if I care enough to listen. For the girl gone missing, can you hear her crying? For the girl gone missing, can you hear her crying? I've been looking for her ever since. It's like searching for an old best friend, except she's trapped inside of this heart of mine, and that much harder to find when you're the girl gone missing. Can you hear her crying? Girl gone missing. Can you hear her crying? She had a heart of fire ready to take the world. The biggest dreams and desires wrapped up in that little girl. Maybe if I show her we're not alone, she'd come back home.
Let's pick it up a little bit, shall we? Okay. Wrong song. Okay. This one is called Stronger This Time. This is one of my favorite songs on the record. By the way, I do have merch and all those different things. We'll get to that a little bit. But this song is about leaning into your support system, leading into those spaces, right? And I like I said earlier, I was diving into the country music scene and the whole 3 chords and the truth, and I didn't have a song about breakups and all that kind of stuff. And then I realized later on that I didn't have a song about drinking. And so I had to fix that. I had to find a way to fix that, but also stick to my 3 chords and my truth. So this is a nice little song about drinking, okay? However, it's about how it's nice to enjoy a strong drink, especially when everywhere else is nice and strong, when your relationships are strong, when your mental health is strong, your faith is strong, and then a drink is just a drink. That's all it is. Okay? No need to go to the bar after the truck and the breakup. No need to go fighting your demons. Just somewhere in the middle, like just enjoy your drink, eat, drink, and be merry. Okay? That's what it boils down to. So, if you don't mind clapping along, that would be great. Kind of take it to church a little bit. We're gonna do a little. There we go.
Well, my heart's been sitting heavy, just can't seem to let it go. Little things that make me angry and got me feeling low. So I schedule an appointment with my therapist to talk. Just a little safety net before I fall. Well, I told her about my problems, my issues and fears. Though it ain't easy to solve them, I feel healing in my tears. No, she ain't no magic mixer like the tender of a bar. Just a little safety net before I fall. 'Cause I can throw it on a bottle, deep dive till 3 a.m. Throw shots back with the bestie, and then do it all again. I could swim that whiskey river, but it's always running dry. I need something a little bit stronger this time. Then I went to see my baby, and he could see it on my face that I've been in my feelings, and it's just one of them days. So he pulls me in to hug me, and I felt better in his arms. Just a little safety net before I fall. Keep that clap up, y'all, come on. I can throw it on a bottle, deep dive till 3 a.m. Throw shots back with the bestie, and then do it all again. Oh, I'd love someone cool near us, or some black girl magic wine. I need something a little bit stronger this time. More like getting lost for hours, doing what I love to do. Taking walks along hot showers, cuddling up with my boo. Though prayer and meditation always seem to clear my mind, get me something a little bit stronger this time. Then I met the perfect stranger just as I was in my head. She held my hand to comfort me, and this is what she said. The Lord told me to tell you that He hears you when you call. Just a little safety net in case you fall. I can throw down on a bottle, deep down till 3 a.m. Throw shots back with the bestie, and then do it all again. Yes, I love a good oasis or some Colorado pine, but I got something a little bit stronger this time. Appreciate y'all holding that clap down. Y'all doing great. Y'all doing good. Y'all having a good time still? All right. Thank you, those of you who had a chance to come through. I know there are lots of different events going on, and people often change out of the events so they can catch the next one. So if you're leaving for that, thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with me. Let's do a little sing along, shall we? This is one of those songs that I heard on the radio, and it was a popular song back when I was growing up. And when I heard it, I felt like the story was so powerful, and I thought to myself, that could be a country song.
So if you know this one, we're gonna sing along. As long as I feel like my guitar, she's been a little moody lately. It's the salt air, yeah. I'm like, come on, you can do it. But this one is a classic one about the struggle with different vices, and it's those 3 chords and the truth. So if you know this one, feel free to sing along.
Mother gazing out of the window, staring at a sun that she just can't touch. If at any time he's in a jam, she'll be by his side, but he doesn't realize he hurts her so much. But all the praying ain't helping at all, he can't seem to keep himself out of trouble. So he goes out and he makes his money the best way he knows how. Another body laying cold in the gut. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. I know that you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast. Little Precious has a natural obsession for temptation that he just can't see. She gives him love and that his body can't handle, but all he can say is, baby, it's good to me. One day he goes and takes a glimpse in the mirror, but he doesn't recognize his face. His health is fading, he doesn't know why. 3 letters took him to his final resting place. I say don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. And I know that you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast. Yeah, I say don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. And I know that you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast. Can I hear us a cappella? Y'all ready? I say don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. And I know that you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast. Yes, you're moving too fast.
Okay, so we're wrapping it down to the last end of our set. You guys hanging in there with me? Yeah. You guys still having a good time? Okay. So that, you know what the end of the set means. It means announcements. Okay. Used to be a teacher. I'm sorry. Okay. Comes out. You can take the teacher out the classroom, but you can't take the classroom out the teacher.
What?
So it's very exciting, but there are going to be recordings of our live performances available at the merch store. So if you would like access to that, Shout out to Josh, who's been going around and doing these audio recordings of the sets. And so you can take that home of your favorite artist. You can take that home and do that. So go to the merch store, inquire about that. Definitely support that, because that's been a wonderful asset for us as artists here. We don't always have the equipment and the opportunity to have our songs recorded, our sets recorded. So that's something very beautiful that they offer, and I'm grateful for that. So make sure you check that out. Also, make sure you consider checking out the merch store for my album, my EP, Just a Taste, and my album, Too Much of a Woman, and the cool interactive t-shirts that I designed myself. I made a special group of t-shirts just for Cayamo. And when you scan the QR code that's on the t-shirt, it's going to take you to a special page that I'm going to upload once we get off this boat, because the internet I just can't figure it out. I'm sorry, I just can't. But special behind the scenes, special photos that I've taken with some of you, etc. Will be accessible to that page, and only for those who have that t-shirt, and there's only like 25 of them, so they're an exclusive little t-shirt. I'm just saying, you might want to get you one, okay? So I'm grateful for that. So because we got so many cool songs we have to do. I'm just gonna have to scrap that one. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. It's a hard stop at 7, right? Yeah, hard stop at 7. No, we're not gonna do that. You're not getting me in trouble. All right, so this one I usually have a nice long story that goes with it, but because of time I don't. So this is, I'm gonna share with you all off of my album, Too Much of a Woman. This is my folk rendition of Papa Was a Rolling Stone.
Sorry, baby, we were left alone. That's 'cause Papa was a rolling stone. Sorry, baby, we were left alone. That's 'cause Papa was rolling. Sorry, baby, we were left alone. That's 'cause Papa was a rolling stone. Sorry, baby, we were left alone. That's 'cause Papa was rolling. It was the 3rd of September. It was a day I will always remember. It was the day my daddy died. I never got the chance to see him. Always heard bad things about him. Mama, tell me the truth. Spare me all lies. Mama hung her head. I saw a tear fall, and then she said, your papa, he was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his head was his home. And when he died, all he left us was alone. Mama, is it? I am fighting this boat. I'm sliding. I'm slipping and sliding. I'm like, I was trying my best to hold on, y'all. I really was. And the chair just started to slip around me. I said, oh. You're not catching me falling on my behind on this stage. Second verse, back where we started. Mama, is it true what they say? All his life he had never worked a day. They said he has 3 children and another wife. He did some storefront preaching, talking about saving souls all the time. He was leeching off them, such a shame, stealing in the name of God. Mama hung her head. I saw a tear fall, and then she said,
your papa, he was a rolling stone, yeah. Wherever he laid his head was his home. And when he died, all he left us was alone. I heard he called himself a jack of all trades. Is that what sent him to an early grave? Begged, stole and borrowed for his bills unpaid. Not much thinking, too much drinking, and chasing women. She said your papa, he was a rolling stone, yeah. Wherever he laid his head was his home. And when he died, all he left us was your papa. He was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his head was his home. And when he died, all he left us was alone. Sorry baby, we were left alone. That's 'cause Papa was a rolling stone. Sorry baby, we were left alone. That's 'cause Papa was rolling, rolling. Sorry baby, we were left alone. That's 'cause Papa was a rolling stone. Sorry baby, we were left alone. That's 'cause Papa was rolling, rolling.
I'm about to name this song Papa Was a Rolling Boat. Rolling. We got two more songs for y'all, and I am very excited to welcome a friend that we met on the bus ride here, on the bus ride to the terminal. And it's just been a joy to share this space with him, and he's an incredible musician. So everyone, please give a round of applause for Jason Thompson. So this song is called Dinner Sunset, Nina Simone. I was sad because I wasn't able to perform it for you all when I had the atrium the other night. And you guys know Nina Simone, right? Yeah. Good. And so we have a little tradition in our home where I put on old school music for my kids when it's time for dinner. Tablet, TV, all that turned off, set the table, and we sit down, we eat, but we're always playing old school music. And so this particular night, we were on the other side of town. I had gotten T-boned, so we were dropping the car off. Yeah, to get fixed. Our neighbor knew a guy. We all need to know a guy who knows a guy. So our neighbor was like, yeah, I know a guy. So we drive across town, drop the car off. We have a rental, and it's getting late. And the traffic when it comes to the tunnel in our area is tricky. So, yeah, exactly. And so we didn't want to risk. It was like 7 o'clock, the sun was setting in the summertime, the sun was setting. We didn't want to risk having to go through the tunnel, so we decided to just get some food. Well, it was still 2021. The restaurants were closed, and so we had to get the food and then just eat in the car. So there we are, eating our dinner during sunset. And for some reason, my husband and I were talking about Nina Simone. And my daughter was like, Mommy, who's Nina Simone? I said, oh, shame on me. I said, we are going to fix that right now. So I plugged my phone in. I played Nina Simone for my kiddos. And as a songwriter, some people would look at that moment and be like, okay, and move along with life. But as a songwriter, I was like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. We're eating dinner and the sun is so pretty. We're just listening to Nina Simone. I'm gonna write a song about that, and here it is. So this is on my album as well, Too Much of a Woman. This is Dinner, Sunset, Nina Simone.
The car needed fixing, and so did my smile. Since
the last time we kicked it? Oh, it's been a while. We needed to change up our rhythm and tone, so we ordered dinner, Sunset and Nina Simone. Moments of sadness, the world has its share. But look up, my darling, there's hope in the air. So turn off the TV and put down the phone. It's time for dinner, Sunset and Nina Simone. Desires and you have your needs. There's the mortgage to pay and children to feed. You don't have to carry these burdens alone. No, no, no. Let's talk over dinner, Sunset and Nina Simone. Jason Thompson, everyone. Problems to solve and measures to take. Critics gon' cry and haters gonna hate. But it doesn't faze us, oh my, how we've grown. We own that dinner, Sunset and Nina Simone. We own that dinner, Sunset and Nina Simone. We own that dinner, Sunset and Nina Simone. Because between the motion in this room and that, is it baritone tenor? A baritone saxophone? I don't know what you, I'll get a little sleepy. Well, how I do that on my own song, like. So if you're out there sleeping right now, I take no offense whatsoever. You guys ready to close this out with a bang? Okay, last song, Ladies Night. This song is called Girl Trip. This song is about how we all have that friend or group of friends. It doesn't matter how long you've been apart. As soon as you get together, you're in for some really good trouble. Make some noise if you got a friend like that. So, your part is easy. I'm going to say yeah, yeah. And then you're going to say yeah, yeah. And then I'm going to say yeah, yeah. And then you're going to say yeah, yeah. And then I'm going to say yeah, yeah. And then you're going to say yeah, yeah. A+ already, look at you. And then we're going to jump in together on the phrase girl trip.
It's time for another girl trip. Like that. You gonna jump in? Girl trip, exactly. Because we're on a girl trip right now, let's be honest. Cayamo is totally girl trip vibes, am I right? Guys, this is your favorite song. I'm just gonna let you, everywhere I go, every time I do this song, it is your favorite. Okay, so that's just what it is. And someone comes up to me after a show, they're like, you need to write a song for the guys, you know, the guy trip. And I'm like, I did write a song for the guys. It's called Girl Trip. Have fun. Ready to give it a shot? Yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. It's time for another girl trip. Yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. It's time for another girl trip. Yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. It's time for another girl trip. Yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. It's time for another girl. Yes, it's about that time. I'm ready to clear my mind, braid my hair. I'll be packing light bikini and a bottle of wine. Yes, gonna call my friends a Molotov cocktail special blend. Sisters hellbound to no end. Ladies, let the fun begin. Get your tickets, time to fly. Leave behind that 9 to 5. Pop the drinks and let's get lit. It's time for another girl trip. Book the rooms at Cayamo. Set aside some cash for bail. Bad behavior, let it rip. It's time for another girl trip. Yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. It's time for another girl trip. Yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. It's time for another girl trip. First, we always need the mama to keep us together and control the drama. Wisdom and grace like Michelle Obama. You know she's gonna be on you. Next, we're gonna need the baddie pushing the limits, embarrassing daddy teaching us all how to bounce the fatty. I just hope we're ready. Get your tickets, time to fly. Leave behind that 9 to 5. Pour the drinks and let's get lit. It's time for another girl trip. Book the rooms at the hotel. Set aside some cash for bail. Bad behavior, let it rip. It's time for another girl trip. Yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. It's time for another girl trip. Yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. It's time for another girl trip. Last but certainly not least, the friend who's always got a drink. Her kind of party's never over, at least until she's sober. We're losing our composure, drowning in the oasis. Name a better place than this. Clap it up. Get your tickets, time to fly. Leave behind that 9 to 5. Pop the drinks and let's get lit. It's time for another girl trip. Book the rooms at the hotel. Set aside some cash for bail. Bad behavior, let it rip. It's time for another girl trip. Get your tickets, time to fly. Leave behind that 9 to 5. Pop the drinks and let's get lit. It's time for another girl trip. Book the rooms at the hotel. Set aside some cash for bail. Bad behavior, let it rip. It's time for another girl trip. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, say yeah, yeah, say yeah, yeah, say yeah, yeah. It's time for another girl trip. Yeah, 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 say yeah, yeah, say yeah, yeah, say yeah, yeah. It's time for another girl trip. Yes, it's about that time. I'm ready to clear my mind, braid my hair. I'll be packing light, bikini and a bottle of wine. I'm Roberta Lea. Thank you all so much. Thank you so much. Murder in the Crew. Thank you, Cayamo, for having me. Thank you, friends. If you have a set list, I have a gold marker, and I can sign it for you. And on the back is an opportunity for you to join my Patreon community to support me. independent artists like myself, so you can scan and find that information and stay in touch. I will see you guys around. Have a great night.